we are working on centralized management and policies. We're working on the best user experience when you're connected over the network, as demonstrated by PC over IP. And as demonstrated yesterday, we're working with Intel on a great set of technologies to provide client virtualization, where you can bring virtual machines locally for leveraging the capabilities of that system, and also for when you're offline, when you're flying on an airplane. I just want to talk about one more thing before we close the keynote here, and that's moving beyond what we're doing today to a pretty obvious space, and that's the mobile phone. So you'd have to be crazy not to know what's going on in this area. The mobile phone is converging a large number of functions. Certainly people have cameras that are coming in there. A lot of people listen to their music. That's a secure payment that's obviously happening. I actually see someone playing a game, Super Monkey Ball, in the corner there. And GPS and certainly things like security are all becoming a critical part here. So really the notion is that the mobile phone is becoming a mobile personal computer. And those of us who have been involved in the personal computer world can look at our friends in the mobile space and warn them, because a lot of the challenges that we've seen in this space will come to mobile phones. Specifically, we see a lot of challenges around applications. As a user, I want to actually be able to go to any of these stores that are coming up that are providing applications for Symbian, or that are providing the iPhone applications or BlackBerry applications. I want choice in those, and if you think about it, cell phone users don't even know that they have an operating system on their phone, and they shouldn't have to care about that. The persona front's very interesting. So as you've made these mobile phones have richer and richer information on them, it's more valuable. And the notion of what you have on your mobile device will outlive any particular device that you own. So it'd sure be great if you can regain your entire mobile phone persona when you change out devices. And on the security front, same reason. Because it is a richer set of applications and data, more attention needs to be paid to how you're securing this and making sure that when you lose it, you can automatically make it no longer valid. And then the last one is something we've talked about already on the vClient front, which is a real convergence of your home and work life. Simply put, people don't want to carry two phones, the one that's approved by IT for access to their corporate network, and their cool one that has a little bit more personality to it. So we see a real convergence there that also fits into employee-owned IT, where you're actually being given a stipend to get whatever device you want, but letting IT have the ability to put a particular workload on it that is approved by them. So we've announced the mobile virtualization platform, which is a very thin, very power-thrifty hypervisor that's based on the technologies with ARM devices and with the different devices that show up in mobile devices. So there are two different use cases I want to call out when you get this hypervisor out on the phones. The first is where you have a single phone virtual machine that can be installed to multiple different devices. And there's a few reasons you'd want to do this. One is what I just talked about. Let's say I drop my phone and break it. I'd love to get that exact virtual machine that had all of my apps and all of my data to be installed on the new phone that I got, whether it be a loaner one or the new one that I buy. Second one that we've heard some interest in is from people who are developing applications. We talked to a bank, for instance, that sends out applications to its phone users that let them access their accounts. And they want to do it just for one operating system. They'd like to create essentially a virtual appliance and be able to distribute it to a large number of phones. And then lastly, as we talk to handset manufacturers, they have a pretty complicated software stack that they have to test for every particular configuration of phone that they ship. And this costs them a lot of money. So just like we've seen in the x86 world, if you can test it once and know that it'll deploy to different pieces of hardware, you get a lot of efficiencies. And the second one is kind of the inverse of this, which is, can we combine multiple virtual machines on a single device? And the obvious case for this is exactly home-work convergence that we talked about. And so it'd be very fun right now to give the first live demonstration of our mobile virtualization platform, and I'm going to have Jerry come back out.